Creepy. Very, 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 very creepy. Very, 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 very creepy. Very creepy. Very, 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 very creepy. Very creepy. Very, 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 very creepy. Very creepy. Very, 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 very creepy. Very creepy. Very, very, very creepy. Very creepy. Very, 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 very, very creepy. All right, here's what Sarah's telling us about, I don't know, hot takes. People on the internet criticizing what you're doing, I guess. And the streaming thing, like anyone thinks they have it all figured out, or can not just do it to enjoy it, you know? Here's someone saying, if you want to stream seriously, don't take easy outs to get any viewer possible. Hey there, Clifford Longhead, how are you? Restreaming says to me, that's what we use. We put it on Twitch and YouTube and Mixer. You are willing to chop you content. You're willing to chop you content, all right, and throw it on whatever possible to get even one extra viewer? If you can't make it work on one platform, it won't work on several. Yep, sure. And then people say, I don't know what this person's saying. Let's see how successful they are. Because normally I wouldn't care, but it's more like if you're going to be criticizing people for it, well, I would hope you're coming from a place of strength, a place of knowledge. They have gaming in their title. Let's see who they are. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are super popular. What is life? A meaningless part of time in which we exist. Oh, they have, wow, they actually have 2,200 followers. That's pretty good. That's cool. And not one of those people that, like, follows more than they have following them. All right. Anyways, who cares? Weird philosophy new mood. Weird philosophy nude is how Yoko Taro would prefer it. I've been using a complicated mixer setup, like running the audio from my TV. Hey, Felix. I figured I'd do this early because I thought Felix is probably able to watch the first one, not the later one. I was using a weird mixing setup where I like had the audio from my TV into a mixer, the audio from my microphone into the mixer, the audio from my microphone into the computer, and then out into the mixer, and then mixing that. And when I realized now that OBS is seeing this is exactly as it's happening, I can just monitor it right from OBS in the computer. So no more mixer. I can use my interface as a mixer because it is a mixer. Anyways, but are you hearing two things? Are you hearing 2 bits of game audio? You know what I mean? I'll do a test in case you don't know what I mean. Because I'm listening to a monitor of it as well. I've never tried that before, so I don't want that to be weird. Sounding awful. All right, let me listen to this. Alright, that's what it was. So, on OBS, when you go monitor and output, I put monitor no output. And it's, and does it seem synced up? Probably synced up perfectly, actually. Great. Okay. Hey, we're good to go. Let's friggin' do it. Knife. Oh my god, Sarah. Oh. I don't know. I thought you were Allie for some reason. Alright, so do you think we need to grind and level up before we hit this final tower thing? I don't know. We are 9S level 43. Those are the attacks we're doing. Active quests. Devolas. We could get them some materials. We only need a couple more screw. You were really under level for the ending? And so was Felix, too. Alright, let's just go for it then. Gathering keepsakes. I met at the Resistance capital, lost contact with his comrades, and asked you to find them. All members of the group wield dual weapons. Head to the source of their last known communication in the flooded city. You found the Resistance member's corpse in the flooded city. It looks like he came here in an attempt to escape a battle. You collected the dog tag from his fallen body. You've received Resistance distress signals coming from the amusement park and the abandoned factory. Go investigate. The Resistance member who sent the distress signal from the abandoned factory didn't make it. He was already dead when you arrived. The Resistance member in the amusement park called out for help, but it was too late. He was already dead by the time you arrived. An urgent request for backup came through the dead Resistance member's location. Head to the desert and save the Resistance. Oh, you put it to easy. Oh. So you were really under-leveled, but you're on easy. Well, that's different, isn't it? Than you saying you were really under-leveled and on normal or hard. Easy, you can't even aim. They had aims for you. Or actually, no, if you go to aim... Oh, you can't just toggle aim on. Oh, that's really nice. This game does have a beautiful ambiance to it, eh? Alright, let's go to the desert. You were not way under-leveled. It's usually just around 5 levels under-leveled relative to the boss level. Well, I'm 43, and it seems like a lot of people in this game are at about 50. So he's at 50, right? So I should probably be at like 45. So I can get up to Felix's. You still believe I'm fine. You're Lena, you're the ultimate believer. Well, why don't we just get them some screws and finish this one little quest off, huh? Little quest. Well, let's see here, all quests. Your sisters are together again at last. Look at this one. These are all new. Vanquished the bad bot. Pascal's relieved. You protected children and the pacifistic machines in the village. Fortunately, you also gained a lot of affection in the process. Play with us, play with us, play. Go to the abandoned factory and infiltrate a data terminal that can't be accessed from the bunker. It was 55. You've been saying that a lot lately. I'll be honest. Now it's making me think anytime you don't say you'll be honest, you're lying. So I need stripped screws. Stripped screws from machines that are stacked on top of each other. Are your machines stacked on top of each other? No. No. Let's probably go to the open world area. It's a really beautiful game. Like I said before, this game is fantastic for... You have a really good sense of the plug-in chips compared to mine? Yes. I'll be honest, Felix. Just from now on in my life, I'll be honest. To you. Not to everybody. To everyone here right now, I will be honest. I can't promise that for everybody. If you support me on Patreon, I will be honest to you. That's the Matt guarantee. If you subscribe and like, I will give you full honesty. This isn't... I don't even give this honesty to my own family. This is exclusive to patrons. Or if you want me to be dishonest, I will be dishonest to you. Exclusively for the patrons. If you want me to not be Matt, I will be someone else for the patrons. That's a patron reward. I was lying before because you weren't a patron. Now that you may potentially be a patron. Today is a sneak peek into the life of a patron. By the way, Sarah, I really appreciate that you support us. I'm just more thinking about your rant today about kind of everybody hassling you about, like, you gotta be serious and blah, 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 and all this crap. Like, as if anyone really knows. But like you were saying, the best point Sarah made was that some people just do it for the sake of doing it. Not necessarily trying to be successful with it, or you know, in what other people deem successful, financially successful with it. If you enjoy it, if it adds to your own gaming experience, or your own life experience, then yes, that's a wonderful thing. Just keep it going, right? Also, donate on Patreon. I feel like you had a dream about 2 years ago. You're playing this awesome game and had a memorable part. Today, Sekiro felt part of the dream. Yours was +5. You can see anything if you're a patron. Level 1. Is that good? Is that better than level 0? All weapons. Why are they all low? How do I upgrade them? At the village? Yeah, it's yes. I mean, almost everything in life. That's probably why I'm not doing any damage. Well, I was complaining. I don't do enough damage. I'm not leveled up enough. Well, you're also hitting them with a piece of tin. Hey, it's D-Tag. How you doing, D-Taggity, taggity, taggity, taggity? Dave, this is the game I got from you. That you got from me. Zombie Machine says, "Guh." You've been playing Shadows of the Colossus? Upgraded in the Via the Resistance camp. Oh, really? At this point of the game, the upgrade might be gone? Maybe brutal. Gotta love the music in this game. I have the Elgato volume cranked, so I will have to turn that down anytime something battleistic happens. David, check this out. So you're fighting like this, right? No, we can turn that down. So you're fighting like this. And then you go like this, and you hack them. Oh. Yeah, absolutely. And they get really mad about... Well, here's the thing. People have a thing called a confirmation bias, where they are... You can't trust their opinions based on... Because everything is subjective. You can't trust somebody's opinion on something if they have something at stake within it. So people that have gone to Twitch and have given up on YouTube because Twitch told them to, if you want to be an affiliate, and then if you want to be a partner, you can't stream on YouTube anymore. So they will naturally have convinced themselves that was a good idea, and anyone who still streams on YouTube and uses Restream is an idiot. Right? I wonder if they have a point, though. If one of them does start making you more money, well, then you switch, and then people either follow you or they don't, right? My friend had a web series, and it was doing pretty well on Facebook, you know, a couple thousand views here, a couple thousand views, and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't I'm looking for the transporter. This is actually the optimal route for a slow run. I'm just exercising. This is like Kingdom Come Deliverance. If I don't exercise my character, they'll get fat, and then this game will be too much like my own life. I wouldn't want that. It's a beautiful train station. Anytime I see a beautiful thing in a game now, Stella's friend was over, and she's always trying to get us to, like, let's go on a bike ride around the down the highway and all this stuff. And I was showing her Uncharted. This was when the PS4 had come out, but it was just Uncharted like 2 or 3, and I said, "Wow, look at the view." She goes, "Yeah, look at that fake view." But she's a very genuine person. She wasn't being sarcastic or ironic. She's one of those people that is very, like, has very open eyes, and everything she tells you is exactly what's on her mind at the time. And she was being honest. You would puke what, from running like this, Davy boy? Dynamic weight, oh good lord. Depends on your goals are. It's not bad to stay on one platform or the other, if that works for you. Yeah, I had a fun time watching you play Uncharted 4, Dave. I always like watching Dave play when we're hanging out. You should just come over and play it. I'll do the talking and you do the playing. Saying that people who want to allow viewer options or allow more people in, because these options are the ones view and sub hunting and are bad streamers that don't care, stupid. Yes, exactly. It's like, you can just, the best thing to do, okay, here's some great advice from Joaquin Phoenix. You know the guy who's playing the Joker in the new movie? Transporter's right there. Yeah, but dynamically weight-wise, Leonot, where is it? An interviewer asked, you know how when Hollywood actors go on, they have to go on press junkets? You know whenever you see them do interviews and it's really dark and the only thing behind them is a poster? Because they interview like 100 celebrities a day. And they try to get them to, what are some funny stories that have happened? Interview 25. Let's go to the resistance camp, baby. Anyways, they're saying, Joaquin Phoenix, what do you think about people criticizing your portrayal of the Joker? Because there's going to be maybe a standalone Joker movie with Jared Leto, which was canceled because DC is doing really, really well. Anyways, Joaquin Phoenix just said, I don't spend much time thinking about what other people think. Who cares? Who cares? He's right. He said, all I care about is the director and the character and the vision for the character and what we can do. Yeah, I think the Joker could be great. It's going to be different than I think what people are expecting. I think it looks awesome. In the end, their argument is that you can't get the most subs and steady paycheck if you don't do it their way. And then they try to say using multi-stream makes you seem selfish or view grabbing. Right. Yeah, so it's like a self-defeating prophecy. Very hypocritical. Good call, Sarah. I'll back you up no matter what. It just looks more like a drama piece with a bit of Joker stuff in it. I got a lot of these. These help me. Should I get more, you think? 50%. So say I got 50 of 100 for 600. Or I got 75 of 100 for 900. So this is, 900 is what? So 6 times 9 is what, 54? Yeah, it's 54. So let's go to the 5400. So I'd get 9 of these, 950s. So that's 450 I would get. Or I could have 6 90s. 6 90s is, I think it's the same. It's 50. So it's exactly the same. You might as well just grab these ones. Like a bullied kid gone wrong. Oh, the Joker. I thought you meant what Sarah was saying. Yeah. He's very clowny in this one. As opposed to being sort of like a superhuman. That's a good idea. Do I need any maintenance? Upgrade my pod? You need mushrooms, pure water, natural rubber. What are you going to do with all these things? You upgrade your weapon, you don't just buy one, right? Storage. Sold out, sold out, sold out. What's fuse? Oh, so you push these together? So it's sort of like a Norman Bates kind of thing, eh? So I could fuse these. And then what makes it better, but smaller. So which one do you think? You said the deadly heal is the best, eh? Every time you kill an enemy, you get more health? Or the one where you, like, siphon their health? How do you do that? Auto heal is a good one. No. But is it deadly heal? It's offensive heal. You never fuse the plug-in chips. Well, that's how you get them to be higher level. Come back anytime. Hey, Dave, remember when we were hanging out at the bar and I put on some music and you said, is this video game music? It was from this soundtrack. Not necessarily this song. Offensive heal is the pest. Sadly, I only have one. That's a word you see on the internet a lot. Sadly. There's so many things in the world to be sad about. Sadly, you only have one offensive heal. Well, I'll just fuse all the offensive heals together. But you only have one, Matt, so how can you do that? The space it takes up isn't good? Oh, because sometimes you see ones that take up way less space and do just as much or more. So I'm wondering if that would be the upgrade. Alright, who makes the weapons better around here? It's hard to see the 3D map. Just started Westworld Season 2. Always covers the popular songs. Master and a piano. That's the big trend. Anytime you see a nostalgic movie, they go, oh, do you like Ghostbusters? Dun 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 dun. Da, 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 da. And then big taiko drums come in. Alright, where's the upgrade man? Are you the upgrade man? Do you have 2 arms? Looked like he was an amputee. Alright. Attack. What is light 5, heavy 3? Light 5, heavy 3 mean? What does that stuff mean? Attack speed up. 420, 323, 420. Yeah, you know. Beast Lord. I guess I'll use this one and just upgrade this. Yes. For hopefully I would assume they just get paid. Oh yeah, Spotify's nothing really. Okay, so keep this one and then upgrade one of these big boys. A big katana. Light 4, heavy 2. That spear could be fun. Light 4, heavy 2. Light 2, heavy 2. Endurance up. Attack speed up. Endurance. What? How is there endurance in this game? I think it's how many combos it has. Light for light attack, square for heavy triangle. Well, I don't care about that. We'll go Beast Lord because it looks like Cloud's thing. Oh, I used all my stripped screws. Good thing I didn't waste that on some other deal. I need a meteorite shard. It should be easy to find. Beast hide. Maybe I'll upgrade this spear too. Warped wire. Oh, I used up all the beast hides. Alright, let's get a meteorite shard. Yeah, man, I love Zelda. Ocarina of Time. Long game. Very confusing game if you're playing it for the first time. I walked my brother through that when he was in jail. It's like, yo, bro. Well, because then I can try them all. Yo, bro, where do I get the thing? I go, here's what you do. Go into the cavern where there are lots of keys. Alright? What? What are keys? I'm like, I don't know. I think there's some kind of enemy. Dodongos. Bare fists. That seems kind of dumb. Cruel oath. I'm not even using the right weapon. Cruel, cruel, cruel oath. Wait a second. Yeah, they let him have cartridge game systems. You couldn't have anything with a CD. Anything with memory. Wait a second. If I give him this gun, I mean this weapon, will that not let what's-her-name have it? Do they share? Let's try this cool staff. He doesn't have heavy combos. Weird. They share the weapons? Okay, fantastic. Yeah, you can play in jail. I was like, whoa, you get to go to jail, and when you're there... Devola. Type 3 sword. That's cool. It's outdated. Skill salve. Enemies emit death cries if defeated by hacking. What? You just want to hear them scream? Time slows when near enemy projectiles. That's pretty cool. Can combos continue while evading? Wow, what do you think of that there, Felix? Combos continue while evading, so I can just spam evade and do that. Strike enemy bullets to detonate them. Items are automatically drawn in and collected. That's kind of nice, actually. What's with the 0? Is that how many she has? Or is that how many pieces it takes up? This could be kind of neat. Continuous combo. Let's try it. Let's take a look at this. Skills. Plug-in chips. I'm looking for my father's sword. You would. All chips. All right, what do we want? We wanted that new one I just got. What was, I forgot what it was called, but I remember the description. Hijack boost. It's not any of these. Auto heal, deadly heal. Yeah. This song is better than Something Human by Muse? It is, isn't it? Let's crank it. Avoid stagger after hits. If HP is 20% or more. I don't want that. I can't even remember. What's the thing, the name of the thing I just bought? It was called Continuous Evade. Hijack Boost. So it'd be ones that, it'd be something that isn't equipped, obviously. Continuous combo, that's it. Oh, I only have 5 spots, not 6. Something needs to come out. Something needs to be brought down. What could it be? OS chip? Removal means death. Probably don't want to take care of that. Display your HP. I like that. Display the skill. Ooh, cooldown time. I could get rid of that. Enemy data. The mini-map. Objectives. Text log. Save points. I don't need this one. Auto hide HUD elements in certain situations. I don't need that either, do I? Alright. Let me put on the one. It was called Continuous Combo. Oh, I need to optimize them first. Yeah, baby. Nope. All chips. It's really funny, Mish. You recently bought... Oh, wait a second. Sing some Muse melodies? I will. Recently bought Life is Strange and Before the Storm 1 Doom. 15 episode Arden. Hey, Prince Lap Slot. Really funny mission in KCD. Where you go drink with a priest and you deliver the sermon because he's still drunk. That's pretty cool. I like that. I always wanted to deliver a sermon. Muse would sing like this. He'd be like, I want you to know that we are going to take control of the government. All right, we need machines that are stacked on top of each other, like these ones. Strip screws, warped wire. This is a good song too. This is Prince's favorite song. This is your entrance song. What's going on? Shoot them. It's a beautiful game. Did you ever end up playing this one, Dave? If I lent it to you? It's okay if you didn't. Don't feel bad. You're a busy boy. And I gave you so many games at once. And like people are talking about right now. There's only so much time for games. Alright, I thought I was going to get a stacked screw from those ones that were sitting on top of each other. That looks like a screw. That's just gold. Rusted clump. Oh, this is that weird spear I just upgraded. It's not working very well against him. How do you switch to your other weapon? How do you use items? Is it up? Is it down? No. Circle maybe? This is a really nice game to chill to. Dented plate and a broken circuit. Okay, I want the other weapon. Weapon set 1, weapon set 2. Gatling laser. Yeah. Shield could be useful too. Yeah, this is the one I need. Yeah, your favorite song of the game is the sound of End. It plays during the last moment of 2B when she gets infected. Cool. I'm looking forward to it. Did we already go up this thing? I'm trying to look for machines that have, I don't know, 2B and A2 are pretty cool. I don't like this guy very much. Tree seed. Wow. What a world, eh? I wonder what they're gonna do next. So is this franchise over? There's a piece down there we can get. Silver ore. I want to find strip screws. This thing is the last dungeon, right there. I thought they said go to the desert. Popola and Tibola, the two redhead twins. I could do the side quest and level up a bit before the final one. Inky boy. Silver ore, more silver ore. They have a couple live performances of them playing this too, eh? With both singers. Don't worry, we got auto heal. It's all good. No point of return after you go in. Okay. What brings me back? I always wanted to finish it. Well, Felix, if you think we should go in, I'll take you as my co-pilot on this one. No quick save available down here. We go do that quick side quest in the desert first. Level up a bit. Oh, was not. I'm not able to save here. At least go back where I can save. I love the look of this game. Other versions of them were in the original NIER. They're essentially atoning for what they did in this game. Is this a prequel to the other one? You'll be honest. Well, I can't trust you then. I never know when you're being honest anymore because you've overused. You'll be honest. I don't know. Do you think I shit a little? Is the side quest worth doing? It's a fun one in the desert. Right now, I just want to save. Lily says hi, but kind of begrudgingly. Eh? It was like a hi. I wish you and I were playing NIER. Ed. Ed is ink. Tell Lily. Well, I can't say anything right now, Lily, because this amazing song is on right now. All right, let's do it. Let's go into this big tower. Automata is a sequel to the original NIER, and it's set up in the proper timeline and all that. Granted. Now we need to hack with this boy. Whoa. This is Lily, and the high was not begrudging. Right now, Ink's on the floor, incapacitated. Lily gave him a Vulcan nerve pinch, threw him down to the ground. I'm sorry, it'll never happen again. I'll never speak for you again. Aeroplane weirdo. Well, maybe the vocals sound like Enya, but I think the melodic, like the chord progression and the melodies are definitely not of that at all. It's more like romantic period classical. Yeah. I'll go spend my G. I should go spend my G. You're right. Go spend my G. Is there a quick travel from where I am right now? Like, is it in order? Is the timeline in order, is what I mean, Lena? Because, what was it? Prince had said that they're atoning for what they did in that game for this. You take the whole timeline of Drakengard and NIER in perspective. It's really funny because Automata essentially goes like, and then aliens attacked. Oh, I do write my own music, yes. Are you machines stacked on top of each other? You want to grind spin on G, use A2 because she hasn't gone in. I can use her right now. I can flip through her right now and do it? I didn't know I could do that. How do I do that? From the vending machine? I'm not sitting in a way that's smart for my back. And the future of my back. I already feel like my butt hurts. What genre? I like to sing, I like sort of melodic Beatles with sort of a Radiohead ambiance and the epicness of Muse. But the last song I wrote that I liked was sort of like an Oasis-y Beatles type. Probably very Oasis-y. Alright, where is the resistance camp? Okay. So I can just use her later for that. So I can just go in with him now. So it's not a point of no return. Yeah, I like to write lots of different genres. I mean, I've written sort of a jazz standard style and bossa nova kind of thing. Rock. You will still have a few fighting sequences before switching to A2, so you'll have more G later on rather than now. Well, I might as well go buy a bunch of healing potions, right? I think I did, actually. I think I have 75. You're studying music theory, orchestration, and composition. Wow. Good on you, Daryl. Alright, well, let's just go fight this thing then. We have a lot of musicians in the chat right now. D-Tag has a rock band called Rebel. Ink plays a lot of instruments and is a music producer and engineer, composer. Lily plays classical guitar. Some people play the skin flute. This is the timeline chronologically. Drakengard 3 ending D. Drakengard ending E. NIER last ending. Automata. Drakengard 2 is a timeline branch from the other ending. Whoa. Well, Leonard also creates video games and stories. We have a lot of creators. Granted. I'm looking for this thing, right? Yeah. Hacker. You love math. Well, music is like math in a way. The way things all work together. A lot of systems in it.
You've unlocked all of the subunits. That means a special prize is waiting for you inside the tower.
Good.
We look forward to serving.
Alert. Enemy caution level rising. Cause is most likely concern over Unit 9S gaining access to tower.
Boom.
Out of my way!
$15? It's been out for a while, yeah. Look, I'm leveling up already. Woohoo! It is like a different language for sure. It's nice though when you start seeing it all fit together. There's an expansion? What the heck? I didn't know there's an expansion.
They won't stop coming.
Watch your profanity.
Alert. Ally signal detected.
I don't know if it was free. Who's coming? Oh!
Wait, you?
9S, we've been expecting you.
Oh, don't take all my
Two of us
levels.
will take things from here. You need to open the door to the tower.
Yeah!
Devila? Popola? What are
Popola?
you doing here?
Remember your promise?
Super
What
hack.
are you talking about?
Come on, 9S. Hack in while you can.
None of this makes any sense!
We'll explain everything once we're inside.
He's the idiot in the anime that doesn't know anything. Oh, if I had the chip on, all those would fly into me.
We've got this, 9S. You just focus on hacking.
I'm not mashing. Ah, it's too late. Very dramatic indeed. What's going on? Oh, I need to kill these black balls first. Uh-oh. You didn't finish that one off. You're still alive? Eh? They'll give you a joke ending if it's too long? Oh, man. I like the way that those golden lasers shoot. I love this kind of music so much. So, Daryl, how would you describe this kind of music? Would this be like counterpoint classical? Is that what makes it feel so dramatic?
What's this barrier?
Lines moving up and down from each other?
It is part of a closed defensive system.
Well, how do I break it down?
Hypothesis. Unit 9S could permit its self-consciousness data to lose control. The resulting energy surge has an acceptable probability of temporarily paralyzing the barrier.
That's almost as bad as not going in at all!
What happened?
It's the barrier.
Popola!
No, don't! You can't do anything! The wall's got a self-closing
Enough!
algorithm!
Devil and I have to atone for our sins no matter what!
But if you do that, your circuits will...
Devil! Right.
Devila!
I hope you don't regret this.
Wow. Do you notice in like a lot of these anime and Japanese style things, it's always sort of a boy being like, I don't understand, and the women kind of forcing them to do things. You'll do it now. Do it. What? I don't get it. Do you want me to read this to you? The pods are talking now. There are joke endings. There are 21 of them, ending F to Z. Wow. Let's open the data. Find out about Devola and Popola. Popola. Hey, Catherine Garcia. How are you? I'm good. A dusty wind kisses my cheeks. Buried in sand, we press forward on one step at a time. We have nowhere else to go after all. Because our models, the Devola and Popola models, are defective. Read in a reading voice? I'm glad I came back to this game. It's got a special feel to it. When first we woke, there were still people. They had flesh, egos, emotions, souls, and they issued us a single order. Function as observers of Project Gestalt. This is the sole mission of the twin Devola and Popola models. It is the only reason we exist at all. We were the latest model, though many companions shared our appearance. There was a sparkle in all of our eyes, a sense of pride at having been entrusted with humanity's future. And yes, there was anxiety as well. But we existed as a pair, we shared destiny's burden as a pair, and because of that all hesitation was swept away. Each pair was given their own cities as observation areas. We were ordered to guide the replicants with our own hands, all for the sake of the promised time that would one day arrive. We were the only ones who could handle such a duty. We were observers, after all. Watch out. Full of staggers and falls, in the soft yet unforgiving sand. I hurried to her side and sigh with relief when I find she's not seriously hurt. Are you alright? Sorry, sis. I guess I spaced out there for a bit. She smiles, the same wry smile I know so well, as she rubs absently at her leg. Pervy. It is wrapped in a white bandage. Your bandage is coming undone. Here, let me change it. This is getting more pervy. It's alright, Popola. Come on. We have to go before we lose the light. We won't be going anywhere if sand gets into that thing. Now quit whining and hold still. I'll be quick. Devola grunts and turns away. I take it as consent. Soon we are resting in the shade of a nearby rock as I pull the bandage free. Artificial skin, torn and bloodied, peeks out from beneath the bandage. Judging by Devola's current lack of ambulatory control, I imagine the circuitry underneath has been damaged as well. Taking a deep breath, I check the circuitry to see if it can be repaired, replace the bandage, and hope for the best. As expected, wiring in the nerve circuitry has been damaged. Replacing it will require new connectors as well as some tools, none of which is easy to find in a desert. Sorry about this, sis, mutters Devola. That wry smile again. Kills me every time. Don't you dare apologize, I respond. You've done nothing wrong. I calmly change the bandage, trying not to let my worry show. I make it as tight as possible so no sand can slip inside. It's all I can do until I get the proper materials. But that's going to be a tall order, considering our current condition. I'm sorry, sister. Okay, now you're apologizing? We both apologize while insisting the other's apology isn't necessary. It's kind of funny in a way. Such a trivial exchange under such circumstances. We laugh together. The sound echoing out across the desert before being stolen by the cool evening wind. So cool, so cool, so cool, so cool wind, so cool, so cool wind. Report regarding the increase in relapses. There has to be some way to prevent relapses. Devola's sharp voice echoes through our private quarters. You must be quiet, sister. The replicants will hear. They wouldn't understand even if they did. That's racist. That might be true, but regardless. Annoyed at my hesitation, Devola crosses her legs and scowls. Why do I have to mention that? The black scrawl took another victim, she says. That's 3 this month. It's spreading way too fast. Let's wait and see what happens. I'm tired of hearing you say that. Her shout makes me jump, just a little, but enough for her to notice. Seeing that, her eyes suddenly open wide. I'm sorry, sis, it's not your fault. I shouldn't have lashed out like that. It's okay, I understand. You're a bitch. It's all going wrong. You can feel it too, right? When I was first assigned to Project Gestalt, I was over the moon with pride. But now my chest hurts just to think about it. If it were to fail. Before we knew it, the replicants had gained a sense of self, and the black scrawl started raging out of control. It moved fast. So fast. Like a wind. Popola and I would go to the observation room and act like it was all okay. We'd talk to the replicants as if we didn't have a care in the world. But at night, we'd just hold each other and share the horror of it all. Horror perv. I'm glad you were with me, murmurs Popola. I couldn't have handled being an observer all alone. We were able to endure because we had each other, I reply softly. Did the humans see this coming? Is that why they made a twin model? Were they really so clever? Were they really so cruel? I couldn't have done this by myself. I would have descended into madness. I simply couldn't bear such a burden all alone. When I get the chance, I'm going to try contacting another city, she says. Maybe these abnormalities are a localized phenomenon. I pray that's the case, I reply. Even if we're of no use ourselves, things will still work out if the other observers can pull through. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. But it wasn't okay. Nothing was okay. All thanks to a pair of Devola and Popola models from another town. The wind rubs my cheeks, the sand grazes my skin. It's grown cold out here. We walk with renewed purpose, hoping to make up for lost time. Devola loses her balance every now and then. It gets bad after a while. I slip myself under her arm, Perv, so she won't fall again, and we press on. Is your leg all right? Well, I doubt I'll be dancing anytime soon, but yeah, it's fine. She smiles as she says this, but I can tell she doesn't have much left. It wasn't even that funny of a joke, and yet she continues to smile. All so I won't worry. I remember when our resistance allies injured her leg. I was furious. That's what makes it more pervy, Lena. Beyond fury, I wanted to scream and cry and lose myself in it, but then she smiled, and all that rage just drifted away. To think we have the same face, yet such different smiles. One day I realized how she reminded me of the martyrs I'd seen in old records. That was the day we decided to leave our town forever. Prince knows. Project Gestalt's end. Our role as observers ended on the day Project Gestalt collapsed, all due to the actions of Devola and Popola models from another town. With the original Gestalt lost, humanity was doomed to an inevitable extinction. Knowing this, we gathered what remaining replicant data we could find, and all of the Pepsi, and launched it to the surface of the moon. And though success was as unlikely as finding a lost sand grain in the desert, we still had to attempt it. We still had to try. We were androids, you see. Protecting humanity was our instinct. Other androids, beholden to that same instinct, began to direct their hate at the Devola and Popola models who'd snuffed out humanity. It started small, few offhand remarks, the occasional glance. So what? Devola and Popola snuffed out humanity? Someone want to explain that? Wait, they snuffed out all of humanity, and people start making a few offhand remarks? Oh, you're wiping the counter in the break room? Just like you wiped out humanity? Hey, Devola and Popola? I think people will be more mad. But even the smallest things have weight, and with enough of them combined, that weight eventually becomes a boulder. What about the weight of snuffing out humanity? Emotions boiled over, remarks became jeers, and soon enough, my sister and I were the perfect target for persecution. First, we simply accepted the fact that our friends turned on us. It was almost unavoidable, I suppose. We were observers for Project Gestalt, after all. And while we didn't cause it to fail, the people who did, well, they looked just like us. Okay, so the Devola and the Popolas snuffed out humanity? Does anybody have a grasp on this lore? Lore not? So we accepted it. We took the resentment and scorn. We endured. Because as crazy as it sounds, I think we actually felt pervy, responsible. We moved from town to town in an effort to avoid persecution, but in one such town, my seemingly infinite patience finally broke. My sister Devola met with unprovoked violence at the hands of a resistance member. She said something in response to his taunts. Something quiet. And though her words were ambiguous, he slashed her leg nearly in two. My vision narrowed, everything went red, and then she smiled at me. It's okay, sis, there's nothing we can do. But it was too late. My emotions were no longer in my control. I'm simply not strong enough to stand aside and let the most important person in the world come to harm. Devola and I left town that same day. Violence like that wouldn't stop. It was going to happen again. And it wouldn't be coming from just one person. So rather than let them kill us, we ran. I guess it was the greatest resistance I could muster. Well, I thought she was going to go all mental and kill everybody like Anakin killing the sand people. We lose the sun as dark clouds gather overhead. We continue our march. The cold wind blasts us, stealing what little body heat we have. I smell rain in the air. We continue our march. Sometimes we hear animals howling in the distance. It makes us flinch every time. But we continue our march because even this is better than suffering at the hands of our fellow androids. Why must we suffer this persecution? I know we're the same model as the androids who doomed humanity, so I understand that part. At least a little anyway. But at the same time, we're not them. We're not the same. We are who we are, and that Devola and Popola were who they were. That's how I felt when I saw Devola being hurt. I wanted to shout it at everyone. I wanted to scream. As far as I'm concerned, there's only one Devola. And for her, there's only me. No one can take the other's place, perfs. Rain falls from the sky. It stimulates our sensation nerves like cold needles. We need maintenance badly. We need it bad. But that's a pipe dream, I suppose. Come on. Whoever wrote this badly wants to give them the pipe dream and stimulate their sensation nerves with his cold needle. And you know what the rain is. No android would dare help a pair of outcasts like us. Are you cold, Devola? I'm alright as long as you're with me, sis. I feel the same. We press our bodies together to try and retain heat. It's cold now. Much worse than the searing heat of midday. But we just smile at each other and keep pressing on. There's another camp on the other side of the desert, a new camp. If we can just get there, I can finally fix Devola's leg. And yet I wonder if there's anywhere on this planet that will take us. Hey, what's wrong? It's nothing, don't worry about it. I do what I can to suppress the anxiety in my chest and keep walking. The rain grows worse, it lashes us without pause. Is this our punishment? I reach out and touch her cheek or support her body. Well, if she's about to die, it would be nice to graze her cheek. But I don't want her to fall over. As long as we have bodies to support one another, as long as I have someone with whom to share my fate, then I will press on no matter what happens to me. Because I won't ever stop protecting her. I won't stop. No one stops. For that is the fate we twin androids have been assigned. Alright, so what you were saying was the protagonist from NIER 1 killed the Devola and Popola models of his town and then killed the thing that was key to returning humanity to their own bodies. All the replicants died, as did humanity. So it wasn't their fault. People blame them because of the protagonist from NIER 1. Alright. So these ones here, are these the ones that had the messed up leg? And they made it to another resistance camp, and now they're living this happy life, finally, with people that accept them, and now they're going to sacrifice themselves to get us in there? That's a nice story. I like sacrifice. Pod gossip. The failure to manage the area resulted in the collapse of the Gestalt system, which led to the decimation of the human race. Due to the discovery of its instability, the twin system was removed from future android production designs. Following the incident, the Devola and Popola models were not dismantled. However, in order to prevent further unexpected behavior, they underwent a memory wipe. Furthermore, they were reprogrammed to generate constant feelings of guilt. We called it the Catholic system.
That is all that remains from their personal record during the era in which they were referred to as administrators.
I see.
Query: why do the androids Devola and Popola seem to prefer death over surviving alone? There was a very high probability that at least one could have escaped.
I hope you never have to understand.
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Query:
I will not understand.
why does this tower possess an entrance at all? All material transport takes place via aerial vehicles. It is irrational for an infiltration route to be so easily accessible. Hypothesis: entrance is a trap.
Yeah, I have PS Plus. Saving is possible. Sure. But why would I save here? Then I can't go and... because I can't leave. I guess if I save here, then if I die, I can at least... Do you only have one save in this? It's a trap, eh? I always wanted to eat Admiral Akbar's head.
I just have to kill them all.
Looks delicious. Very Art Deco. Very 2001 Space Odyssey. Going through the wormhole.
Corrupted Yorha units!
Uh-oh. We have to fight them? Ah! Did I get her points? Why do they wear the skirts? Why do they dress like French maids? Is it because the humans were like, make them look good?
Hello, and thank you for choosing Tower System Services.
We're so pleased you've chosen to visit the tower today. Don't forget about the special prize for the guest who unlocks the last subunit in the room just ahead. You're going to love it.
I'm gonna kill you.
You're gonna love it. Your favorite part is when the anime android waifus moan when they're hurt. Sure thing. It's interesting. I like when they sort of take an architecture you can understand, bricks, arches, and then sort of the way it sort of goes in and out, concave and convex. So I was wearing glasses, I'd push them up my head after saying it. Wow. Wow, I gotta turn up this music. Hey, it's his crush.
2B models?
Crying to a laugh?
I'm glad I got to see you here. I truly am. I'll tear you apart. Every last one of you!
Yeah. There's a lot of them. Leg laser. You just lock on, run around, dodge a lot, fire the gun, shoot your laser when you can, hack a few. No problem. Auto heal. You can't just go to a thrift store and find a record player. If anyone likes this music, I recommend listening to the first couple albums of Muse. Maybe their first 4 albums. Sounds a lot like this music. Same vibe. Super dramatic, emotional. And the same... I get the same feels from it. One Lich, I tried, buddy, but I couldn't. I only played it for about an hour.